Hey Besties! Welcome back to another episode of the Baddie Besties podcast. I'm your host, Alyssa.
And I'm your co-host, Samira, aka Samski.
And today,
I'm your guest, Gabby Gonzalez.
we got our girl. Hey Gabby!
I know.
So
We're so excited. Just some background though. This is Hey Barbie. And if you haven't tapped into our episodes, Barbie, she was booked and busy. According to BuzzFeed, she had over 250 jobs. All right, she was an astronaut. She was a president. Barbie was everything. And today I'm bringing you TikTok star who built a content empire, Gabby Gonzalez. Everything on fame, Gen Z success, breakups, girl-to-girl conversations. I'm going to pass it over to Gabby.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what should I intro myself, I guess?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, wow. Today's my birthday, so I'm 22 years old now.
Happy birthday!
Thanks. Yeah, they told me off camera, don't worry. But I've been traveling, working, just like growing so much since I was 17. Definitely a girl's girl, which is why I'm really excited about this. And yeah, I don't know, what are we gonna get into?
Yeah, so just to really deep dive really quick, just to, you had your intro, but to intro you, and just because she's not tooting her horn enough, right?
Right, give us the rundown.
She's a 22-year-old that just took over TikTok, took over social media, and has a great brand that is making businesses thrive. Like, so you're a 6'1" TikTok sensation.
Yeah, so my business partner is Jasper Schwartz.
I know Jasper.
Of course, yeah, we just met at the panel, which was awesome.
I met Jasper before at the first.
Oh, yes, yeah, I saw you. Right.
Yeah, so
yes,
I met.
This has been a long time ago.
Yeah, but I met Jasper, but I didn't meet you that day.
Yeah.
So essentially, I was like, we spoke, and when I saw him again at the recent event that we went to, shout out to Shira. She brings creators together, Palm Beach founders, and Jasper was like, yeah, I have this company. We essentially bring micro influencers together because Gabby Gonzalez, she's killing it. And now we make brands hit 1 million followers plus and doing man on the street interviews.
Yeah,
So
I can talk a little more about that. Yeah. So I've been integrating traditional media with social media pretty much. And I've been doing it on my own. And then now I've been training other people to do that because the lifestyle of being a creator, not only an influencer, but also making an entire business out of yourself is literally the dream for me. And I feel like a lot of girls, because I just get to travel and document it. And as long as I'm making good content for these brands, I'm getting paid. So it's just, I love it. And I want everyone to be able to live like that. So
Period. So we're going to go into the first segment, the power origin, the from TikTok star to business mogul, because you didn't start off SG Social, right? Like you started off, like you said, making your own content and you were successful at it.
Yeah.
So I would just love to say, like, when did you first realize TikTok would be a good career for you? And then when that transition happened for your business, like when was like that light bulb switch?
Okay, yeah. So when I was in high school, I was making TikToks about how tall I was, and I would go viral for silly, like, funny skits. But it was also kind of vulnerable and embarrassing because people are mean when you're in high school. And
The bullies we see.
We see you.
Yeah, and I was, like, doing scripted skits and acting, and it was doing well to strangers, but to my friends, they would, like, make fun of me. But I did hit, like, 80K when I was 15, 16 probably.
Wow.
But I stopped because I got embarrassed. But then COVID was when it really hit for me because everyone was scrolling. So TikTok, obviously there was a huge business boom of that. And I started working for a sneaker company, and they were a little kiosk, and I was so bored at my job, but I knew that I would have success with TikTok, and I knew people would come in if I could get TikTok famous. And I was 17 at the time. So I started making 6 videos a day. And I'm posting, like, first post up by 11 a.m., posting all day. Blew them up. And unfortunately, with dating, business, everything, I've had to make the same mistake twice to learn. So Kick Essentials was the shoe company. That was my first mistake. I didn't get anything in writing. They did teach me so much. Like, I learned so much. It was such an awesome experience. Yeah. But then when I wanted equity, they wouldn't give me it. So I just quit. And then I did the same thing with another company, a tequila company, but I blew them up even quicker. Same exact thing. Promised me equity, didn't give me it when I finally said put it in writing. But that one only took a month. The first one was 2 years.
Wow.
And then I started SG social branding.
So you pretty much got the formula and you got it quick. Like once you learned out the kinks that first time around. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Gabby.
Yeah.
That's super impressive, especially from a young age. Like, Gabby's not, what is it? You're not new to this. You're true to this.
Yeah.
Like 15.
Yeah.
This was pre-pandemic.
Yeah. I think I just knew what people would want to see. And I was also aware of like my physicalities of being that young, like blonde girl in this industry that was male dominated as well. That's kind of what I'm doing now, even unintentionally.
Yeah.
I'm into golf. I'm into NASCAR. I'm into Formula One. I'm into Star Wars. And it's like, most girls would deem that as like a guy thing, but I've had a lot of success with just documenting myself in that as a girl. So
yeah, I mean,
cool.
even the man on the street interviews, oftentimes you do see males are the ones interviewing. Like when I'm scrolling through, there's not a lot of times I see females even doing that. So putting yourself out there, being in a vulnerable state, because you don't know what you'll receive. I took, this is my first time. I sent you this recording yesterday. I'm like, yeah, this is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah,
like, so kudos to you for killing it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get.
No.
What made you want to get started too, by the way, with the man on the street interviews?
So actually, post-COVID, there were these creators. I'm not going to name drop because they're doing whatever. But just the business they're in now, I'm not associated with. But they were huge for man on the street, essentially. And they came into the store that I was working in. And they were having so much success with that, like millions of views. And this was when I was with the sneaker company. So I actually blew up the sneaker company originally with just UGC, like videos of me lip syncing and showing sneakers with trends and transitions. So I was like a transition video girl. And I still love my transitions. And I think they're cringy still, but when I do them, they do well. And so this creator came in, did Man on the Street with me as one of like the interviewees, and it went viral. And then the owners of Kick Essentials were like, we should do this. They hired a videographer, pushed me. Like one of those co-founders was insanely pushy and motivating, like annoying, but obviously got it done with me. And he would just, I say annoying, but was a blessing in disguise, and forced me to approach any and every stranger that was walking through that mall. Wow. And our second video went viral. So I literally just started, and I was one of the first people in that niche post-COVID, because obviously people interview all the time. It's been around for years, but post-COVID, having people doing it on social media, I was like the first girl, I think, other than a few, but yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So what was that transition or that spark or that light bulb moment where I was like, okay, I'm doing this very successful for me. Now, like, I know you've done it for the sneaker company, you've done it for the tequila company, where you're like, okay, I need to start SG Social. Like, what was that moment? Spill the tea, girl.
I'll give you guys the tea. Because
right.
it sounds flexy, and like I said, I'm so blessed, and it's so stupid. And it's funny because I'm actually wearing something from the brand right now. So this is actually a bodysuit from TikTok Shop.
Oh wow!
I remember you told us.
Yeah. So I'll say it again for the people who don't know.
Yeah.
So I was in college, and it was December of last year, actually. No, 2 years ago now, I think. Maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. Some December. Yeah. And oh no. Okay, so I was still in college. For SG to start SG, it was when I blew up the tequila company, and when it was the second businessman that screwed me over, disrespectfully, honestly. Both of them screwed me over, and I will stand to that because I have the text messages of them saying, no, I'm not going to give you what I promised you. So once
middle
that
fingers
happened,
up to you.
Once that happened for the second time, and this one was worse, I was like, oh, hell no. And then he even screwed over the other guy that was doing the content as well.
What?
Yeah, and that's the tea, like actual tea. But regardless, I don't like speaking badly on people. That was such an eye-opening moment. Not even for when he screwed me over, when he screwed the other guy over, because I'm such an empathetic person. I'm like, I can take it. I saw him get screwed over, and I was like, oh, hell no. I need to put my own name on my own company. So that's when I started SG. My business partner came to me randomly. But when I really had the light bulb moment, because I think there's also a lot of viewers out there who are thinking about dropping out of college. For me to drop out of college, I made a 7-second long video to a Justin Bieber audio in a full bodysuit. So it was this just with pants attached in green. And I put on the screen, the forest green effect is so real. What even is that? I just made that up. I literally made that up. But it got like, I don't know what it is, but my eyes are green, so for screen effect.
Love
it got like 3 million views, and I linked it on TikTok Shop, and I made $30,000 at a 10% commission rate in just the month of December.
Period.
So I dropped out.
she a girl boss. She's like, oh, light
that
work.
Was also luck. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that was such a blessing because I don't know. I mean, I know why the video went viral. It was the right amount of time. It had text on screen, and it was kind of confusing, but also like it looked decent on me. So people bought it, I guess, and it was cheap. So just that massive volume of people buying that low, it was like $10. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely think you were made for this. It's not only luck, you know.
I don't know,
but I'm curious. Obviously now you have this business and you're a creator, and you started off as a creator and then built your business, right? So how do you balance both sides, being a creator and running your own business? Is there a balance?
That is no. So my business is so heavily integrated with myself and my personal brand that it all kind of just is combined into one massive concoction of random conversations about business, about myself, about hostings, about interviews. Like everything is kind of under that same umbrella of Gabby Gonz. And like I have my LLC for my own personal brand stuff, but right now, the structure that I'm on is I have 2 days a week where I set aside 4 to 5 hours to focus on my business, which is internal stuff. So like calls with clients, calls with creators, training, everything. I'm on Slack every day, weekends even, just to like make sure communication is strong and everyone is aware of what's going on, deadlines, ideation, making sure that we deliver our content. But then for my personal brand, I'm very focused on just getting in the right rooms with the right people right now. So I'm just traveling a ton. So like next week I'm going to Austin and I'm speaking on a panel with the founder of Poppy.
Oh, you're going to be on the Amplify. I'm coming.
Yeah. Oh,
Shira,
cool.
Shira got me there.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Shout out Shira.
Yeah, same. She was like, they told me, and then once I booked the flight, they were like, we want you to speak. And then it's crazy because now that I'm at this level of just so much networking, I'm picking between the Final Four and the Live Golf tournament down here and 2 YSL beauty events and then a boutique grand opening. So I just have all this randomness that I attend. And when I'm at these events, I talk about myself, but I'm always talking about my business as well, because like I said, it is so directly correlated with what I do personally. Yeah. It's just cheaper because like when they're using my micro influencers that I train, they don't have a following to like charge this crazy amount. So we can give them really high quality content just with their faces instead of mine for a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Wow. That's really great to hear. But I think also just to deep dive a little bit, because you don't have a traditional job. No. And I know you got a lot of hate, the internet, the trolls.
Stop hating on my girl, y'all.
The trolls, they be trolling
the
keyboard warriors. So I guess let's set the record straight right here. What misconception do people have about what you do, and what do you want to tell them? Sip the tea, girl.
Sip it. Let them know.
Okay. Main misconceptions that I'm super mature because I'm now 22, but 21.
She's 22.
Just because I've been around a lot of older people my whole life. So people will associate me with 25, 30, 35-year-olds. Like my best friend is turning 30 and she has a 1-year-old daughter. But it's interesting because you'd think that people would say, oh, if her best friend is married with a daughter, she is probably somewhat mature. And I'm not going to ask for people's respect. But like I think a lot of people also think that just because I'm pretty, I get things handed to me. And I have a crazy life story that I can get into another time where my family had everything, lost everything, and now I'm self-made from nothing because they lost everything. And it is interesting because people are so quick to judge off of the little breadcrumbs that you get on the internet. And my favorite analogy is I could be a dog content creator and I could have my dog 1 hour a day. I film 10 videos with him, walking him, feeding him, doing tricks. And then I lock him in the basement and chain him to the wall and don't feed him for the rest of the day. And I don't post that, but I'm posting my dog for that 1 hour a day. And I'm showing the world, oh, look at me walking my dog, treating him so well. They don't actually know how I'm treating my dog. They know how I'm posting and what I'm choosing to show online. So it's really interesting because I do have a lot of supporters too, but I have so many people who are coming at me saying, yeah, you don't have a real job. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not helping the world. And ooh, this is one that really gets me going. When I do a good deed, I rarely post it. I posted my one volunteering thing that I did for Christmas, but like when I pay it forward or help someone or do some sort of act of kindness, I'm not making a YouTube video about it. That's not why I'm doing it. And I feel like there's a lot of creators, especially, who they force it to show, oh, look at me being a good person. Like, just be a good person. You don't need to show it and force it down people's throats. And as much as I'm always wanting to spread positivity, so I will post it sometimes, a lot of people are just like, they just love to hate on the most random stuff, but they don't actually know me. And everyone that I meet in person, I guess people wouldn't be rude to your face, but like most people that I meet
they don't have the guts. They don't have the guts.
Yeah.
They're the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
I just have to piggyback off that one. Like, even that you guys posted and content creators, one, posting the good deeds, it brings awareness to whatever the cause is. So I think I want to shed light on that, just the importance of awareness, because a lot of people don't know about the foundations, and I don't know exactly the Christmas deed that you did, but was it giving
it was
back
Touch a Heart Foundation. So we've been working with them since I was in middle school. So we adopted a family of 9 and ordered all their Christmas gifts for them, wrapped them and delivered it to them. And it was the cutest thing ever. They wrote us like a really sweet card and I was crying.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, no, and I'm donating, like my aunt passed away from breast cancer. I did a breast cancer walk. I donated money to that. Like, I work with Comfort all the time, and I'm giving away, I do videos where I give away these hoodies. But even when I'm not on camera, when someone recognizes me from Comfort, it was so funny. I was traveling actually, and I had like 3 extra sets in my carry-on, and this guy came up to me. He's like, "Oh, I love the videos." I just gave him a set in the airport.
Yeah.
I didn't make content about it. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, just those little things, and like, I give homeless people waters. Like, I don't, just little like random stuff.
Yeah. I think your analogy too with a dog is so important, because nobody knows unless they know you. They don't really know you, right? I always talk to Samira about like parasocial relationships, which is essentially like when someone feels like they know you because they see you posting and they see your life and they see what you choose to share with them and what you open up to them. And there's the beautiful side of that where you can create this community and you have the positive support, right? But then there's the duality where it's like, you don't know the full Gabby. Like, you don't know all the bad stuff that I've been through in my life, or you don't know all the good things I do right now. Like, you don't see.
Yes, that's exactly it. Cause like, so I try to be as authentic as possible, right? Like, I am showing myself like I said, I'm hungover right now. My makeup, my mascara from last night. Like, I don't care. I try to just be my most genuine, authentic self. But at the same time, I never play victim. And I, like, sure, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I've went through this, but I will always find the positive of it. I'm a very opportunistic, positive person. And I think that's a big thing. It's like, when if I'm not crying on the internet, people are like, oh, like, you're just doing fine and you're great. And so how are you always happy?
And then if you go crying on the internet,
they're like, why are you crying? Please. That's why you can't listen to it. You just have to post in ghosts. Like, the people online are crazy.
Yeah.
And like, social media is such a false reality. And I think just to get into us a little bit, like, we met in college, like we're both first gen, immigrants, like products of immigrants. And when we were in college, we were outside, girl. We were outside, and there was a misconception, like that's the type of person that we were. And I think no one knew, like, we were grinding at school. We were working. We were like
doing all kinds of stuff. Now we have our businesses, we have our podcast, it's our baby, and like, we are doing a good job, I think, of recreating like that perception, or at least we're trying.
The rebrand.
The rebrand. It wasn't this terrible thing, but we were just like senior girls in college. We'd go out to the clubs and stuff like that. That's it.
Just having a good time.
Yeah, just vibe.
But you know how the internet is. Like, when they see that, they're like, okay, these girls are like,
take it to 100. Like, you take one thing and you run with it, and then you think that's the full truth.
Well, it's funny because I had a very public breakup, and a really big misconception was people thinking that I don't want to get married and settle down. And I tell everyone I'm either dating or celibate. and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. That's my piece. Like, I can't be sleeping around, going around. So when I say I need to focus on myself, I mean it. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going around and doing this and focusing on other people. I actually am focusing on myself, and you can hold me to that. And you could catch me anywhere. Like, it's really funny that people online see me break up and then say, oh, she just wants to party. She's young.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck? If anyone actually pays close attention to my page, they'll see, like I said, I'm out here traveling, living my life, spending time with family. The people coming on the boat today for my birthday are literally family.
They see the mere moments,
Yeah.
maybe the moments like maybe you partied, there's a 3-second video, and then they try to frame you as this entire thing. Like that's the same thing with us. We'll post our family, our business, but if you post going out or I'm on vacation this one time out of the year, they're like, yeah, these girls are outside or they have this conception. And I'm like, no, babe.
It's all projection. It's all projection of their own reality. And I get that, because you can positively project and you can negatively project.
You know, I think it means you're doing something right, babes, because y'all taking one thing and running with it. Clearly you're paying attention, and
they always
attention
say,
is currency, right?
Period. Period. And they say, if you ain't popping, they ain't, or it's like if they hating, they pop it. Like you popping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
I've heard something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
It is what it is.
I guess
deal with it.
You just gotta deal with it. And just to jump in really quick, fun answer here. What is the wildest brand collab that you've worked on? And just FYI, she just came back from NASCAR, and that was the coolest thing ever. So I don't know if that's the coolest one, but like that's the one I saw, and I was like, first of all, did you fit in the car? Asking for myself. I'm 5'10" and a half, so I'm curious.
Yes.
Does it work for tall people?
We wouldn't fit in a Formula One car. That's where I got confused. Okay. Some people were commenting and hating, like, that's a dumb question. There's drivers.
That is not a dumb question.
And right? And I was like, because most of the drivers are like shorter. So like I didn't know what to expect, because like I said, F1 we wouldn't fit. NASCAR was amazing. I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so NASCAR, because I got to drive it, and they let me drive it alone.
Whoa.
So I was really shocked, and
you had to probably sign liability waivers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you go fast?
I went the fastest in my group.
What's the fastest? Like
I went 145.
Whoa.
So they had a rev chip at 5,000 RPM. Yeah. So they didn't let us go faster. But,
okay. Yeah.
I tried to max it out. And then I was at the race, and then so funny, there's a video of me like going viral of like this one of the pit guys coming up to me. It's like a slow-mo video.
Oh, I saw that video. It was so cute.
Right? Yeah, he's such a sweetheart. So
we're gonna play that video. That video was like it felt like,
and it was actually an accident. Like I understand, like I said, a lot of stuff on the internet is fake.
Yeah.
Literally, the videographer came up to me. Shout out to Alec. He came up to me and was like, if that guy ever becomes anything with you, like, you're going to thank me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was literally like, what are you talking about?
It's like a slow-mo video of them looking at each other.
Yeah,
it's like, and then you were like, shout out to Chevy.
Yeah, because we were wearing the same hat.
Yeah.
And then, he approached me. And so Alec was literally actually testing his slow-mo. So he, like, I didn't know he was recording. It was genuinely an accident and unintentional. My favorite thing, though, I'm a huge Disney girl. Star Wars. My biggest flex in life is that Star Wars follows me on Instagram and TikTok.
Whoa.
I am a Star Wars freak. My apartment is Star Wars themed. I am such a Star Wars nerd. I'm obsessed. It's like my comfort franchise. I love going to the park, like Galaxy's Edge and everything. I really want to go to Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo this year, but I don't think I'm going to make it. And then also Deadpool and Wolverine, getting to work with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. That was amazing. They are so kind, so handsome. Like, it was awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh, I like all those.
Yeah.
I guess for any of the Star Wars lovers, or girlies in particular, because I know like girlies probably got bullied for liking growing up. Do you have anything to say to them?
Don't listen to them. Like what you like. I said this on the panel. What makes you different is what makes you great. Yeah. So if people are going to be mad at you for liking something, as long as it's not like something bad or like racist or crazy, sexist, whatever, like what you like. Like, I don't understand. I can't believe it's 2025 and people are still hating on others for liking certain things just because they don't like it. And that's really where the projection comes into play. It's like, why aren't we encouraging each other to be our authentic selves and love what we love without discrimination? So
it's always
whether it's Star Wars or something deeper than that. Like, just love it. If you're into it, embrace it, lean into it, and enjoy it. You only live once.
Period. I think it's so crazy. People really like to deep dive on people's differences. It's okay. We are different, and that is okay. Be you, sis.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down.
We don't want clones everywhere.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Attack of the Clones.
Right.
With that being said, we're going to move on to our next segment. Love navigating breakups in general, right? And just, you know, this is a girl to girl talk here for all the girlies that, you know, maybe they're not comfortable in their own skin. Maybe the man made you feel smaller. This is for you. Just taking a time to just see, like, what's the hardest part? Now you went from being, 22 now, like, going through breakups, dating in general, and now she's dating and celibate, y'all. So get it straight. Just curious to hear, like, just your process. How do you process breakups in general? People love to, they're going to start circulating. You already know how they are. Just in general, and, you know, we'll give our 2 cents.
Yeah.
But how do you navigate the situations? And
Yeah. So I've had 3 boyfriends, 3 official boyfriends. So, would be 4, but one of them wasn't on the same page as me. I guess we weren't official, unfortunately. That was in high school.
Felt that.
Yeah. I thought 4, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
With a breakup, it's very hard because, like, I love very hard. And even if I know that I need to leave, it is hard. And I was actually talking about this last night with one of my friends. I won't tell his story. So when you break up with someone, I'm a firm believer in, like, it is, like, once you get to that point, stick to it. Like, you need to realize that God has something bigger for you in store, and that is not your person if you are getting to the point where you're like, I need to leave you. And it might not even be the person. It might just be the lack of emotional maturity. It might be the lack of experience. Like, there's so many factors. It's never the people's problem, because it's all about connection and, like, how compatible you are. And obviously it's also up to you about how much effort you want to put in. And maybe you don't realize that you need to put in more effort or less effort or whatever it is. And when you're going through a breakup, for me, for my first boyfriend, my high school boyfriend, took me, like, forever to get over because I had no closure, and it was high school. But
closure is a big thing.
That's what I wanted to touch on, because a lot of people look at me for both of my relationships throughout my college years. I mean, I'm not in college, but, like, my 2 college relationships, I had so much closure in, like, from people around the relationship, and so quickly that it just, when someone disrespects you so hard, like, it is so easy to move on. And I think respecting yourself and loving yourself is the key to being happy within a relationship or when you're single. So I have so much respect for myself and so much love for myself in a positive way, not in a cocky way, like I'm better. Just like,
of course,
this is me and my life. Why am I not going to live it for me and myself and the people that I love around me? But as much as you love whoever you're dating, if they disrespect you and they put you, like, they show you they don't love you or respect you, like, you just have to accept that for what it is. And us women especially, I'm sure men do it too, but we are a lot more of, like, multitaskers and a lot more emotional. So we'll think, oh, but why is he doing this, and what happened, and maybe he didn't mean it this way, or maybe he did mean it this way, or oh, what about this? And that's why people get stuck in toxic relationships. But you have to just take it as what it is and listen to the people who love you around you. And I think just surrounding yourself with a support system who's been there for you when you were single is really important as well. When you're going through a breakup, is just having that around you. Not just, don't go to the next person. Like, I know some people are big into rebounds. I'm not. I think it's just like a transfer of energy that is very pointless.
Into that.
And
soul ties.
No. So I think just, like, pouring that love back into yourself, because especially if you were in a relationship where you were lacking it from the other person and it was really you just, like, putting your all into them, that is so draining. And then when you go through the breakup, it's weird because you have to, like, regulate yourself again, because you're used to being with that other person, you're used to sleeping with that other person and being around them all the time, so your body's kind of like, oh, whoa, like, where am I, what's going on? But once you get over that, like, week or 2 or whatever it is, everyone has their own process. Just doing things for yourself and surrounding yourself with people who love you.
Besties.
You heard her?
Besties.
Yes.
Please. She is like, that is the most realist. Like, if you hear anything, hear that.
Yeah.
Hear
I
that.
could definitely relate. I mean, I do agree that when, you know, I'm into men, so I'm gonna say when men put you through stuff, but you know, when your partner, your ex, or whoever it is, like puts you through the ringer in some way, shape, or form, I definitely think as girlies, we definitely can have a tendency, especially when we're young. I know. For those of you who don't know, I'm 27, but when I was like 21, 22, for sure, like making so many excuses for someone else, or like trying to really, like you said, logically understand, like, am I getting it wrong? Like, I really love them, or making excuses, or sometimes people will flip flop, like they'll give you like all the energy that you love that makes you feel good, and then they'll give you like the shitty energy that makes you feel shitty, so you're like flip-flopping,
push and pull.
and that kind of makes you stay longer, right? The hot and cold.
And then I think the person has like, they have that potential because you've seen that they were good, so you're like, hey, maybe I should stay because they treat me this way.
I think the most devastating thing is when you realize that your partner knows how to act right. Because when you tell them, hey, I'm not taking this anymore, some people think it's good, right? Because you think, oh, they know how to, I know this is the big one. Because you think, oh, they know how to act right. Like, I told him that I'm not feeling okay or whatever, and like, I want to break up or whatever, and now he's treating me amazing.
Yeah.
But then it goes away after a day or two or a week, or some guys can keep it up for a month even, and then all of a sudden it starts slipping again.
The mask falls.
Oh, please, the mask. And it honestly hurts more knowing that they know that they're treating you like crap, and they know how to treat you like gold, because they show you, because they switch it. And that is the most painful thing to go through, because like you said, it's addicting. It's like, oh wait, no, but he knows, I've seen it. That's him. He's right there.
Right.
And then
a week later it's gone.
Yeah. And then he gives it back. Yeah. And they're like, well, maybe this time.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll make like the excuses and stuff for it. I think I'm a self-love coach, so you know, my pride and my joy and my thing that I do is all about self-love, and it came from all of the pain in relationships. I feel like it came, you know, now again, I'm 27, right? But I've been through the damn ringer, girl, too. So I think
we know, sis.
I love though that Gabby, right? You're 22 and you're already here mentally though, because I think it took me longer to get there, and having that self-love for yourself and being like, you know, I'm dating and celibate, get it clear. And like, I'm putting myself first. We know Gabby's about her bag. She's about her business, right? And being able to get to a point where you can see that, all right, I'm kind of going through this like back and forth dynamic, and it's not serving me. And then choosing yourself is the hardest thing.
It's really hard. Because like I said, I love very hard. And like, if I say yes to being your girlfriend, since I'm dating to marry, also let's get that straight.
You heard it here. Say that again.
I'm dating to marry. So when I get into a relationship, I'm committed. And maybe it's a bad quality of mine, but like, I act like a wife before the ring. And if my future
girl, me too.
If my future husband is watching this, don't take advantage of me, please.
Girl, me too.
We're wives. We're wives.
It's hard.
They need to recognize.
They get me cooking and cleaning and doing everything. Like, and I'm such a spoiler too. Like, I love to just like. Also, I think that is another thing. I think we're gonna get into it, like dating an independent, like stronger woman. Like,
yeah. I guess we can get into that now. Like, how is it? I mean, one, you know, you're in the social media era.
Yeah.
So that's also one situation in itself. And I can get into it. A lot of people get caught slipping in the social media era. Maybe they got one or two other girlfriends, or even you get caught slipping, you're twerking in a video and the guy sees you. There's a lot of different things that can happen.
No, shout out to social media for
exposing
me
y'all.
And exposing you guys. Because it's a great tool for those of us who are dating on social media.
For sure.
Because I have nothing to hide. So it's good for me. But
two-part question. How do you think it's harder to date during the social media era? And one, being such an independent, strong woman, and you have such a social presence on, you know, all media platforms. How is that dating other men? Is it harder to seek the standards? I'm just curious to hear your thoughts.
So I will never date a man that I meet through Instagram DM ever again. It's been
Clock that.
It's been my both of my like college relationships were from that. Because it is Instagram and TikTok are like dating apps now, and I hate dating apps. I'm not on the apps. Like, no, people are like, get on Raya. I'm like, what?
No, absolutely don't get on Raya.
But it's very hard because like it's like the dog analogy. They think they know me from my Instagram, and then that's what they're attracted to because they're DMing me from my Instagram. They've never met me, or I'm DMing them, or whatever it is. And it is very hard because also like I am open about my success and I talk about it and I'm transparent because I think financial transparency is really important, and also just like success transparency. I want everyone to win. But
I love that. Girls, girl.
Thanks. Yeah. But when the men come in, the boys come in and hear that, they think, oh, I can use her. I can capitalize off of her. Yeah. And that's been a trend for me, and it's really hard to like also realize that and like understand that people could be using me because I'm not that
but
type
Gabby,
of person.
you're in the point now of like fame where you're like, damn, that person, I don't know if that person's my friend for real because they might be using me.
I know.
That's pretty
scary.
But that's also crazy, like the amount like of fame too, like of
success.
Yeah. Like you're like
at 22 as of today.
Yeah, like to be like, damn, are you being my friend for real, or are you just trying to be my friend because you know I'm like that girl online?
And I'm getting a better radar now, but like I said, it can't be through social media. I also it's funny. I'll say this about like I don't make it clear about my last relationship. There were multiple times when I offered to delete TikTok. That's another misconception about me, was because I wanted him to know I wasn't in it for the views or like the social media side of things. And I also didn't want to be so relationship content heavy simply because that is something that is so intimate. And I think because I put my whole life online of everything else, the one thing that I want to have for myself is my husband. And so for me, I replied to a comment the other day, like the next man's face you guys see on my Instagram feed will be because I have a rock on my finger.
Or maybe you'll be pregnant and you're doing like your pregnancy review.
Well, I need a ring before a baby.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You'll be like, you'll be engaged or you'll be married, and then you'll just be like, hey guys, I'm
starting my family.
I'm a wife and starting my family.
I'm in love.
Yeah, it'll be because we grew in private, and like I do love documenting things. It's like a video diary online, so that is the hard part because like it's just like I always make videos with my sister, with my friends, like everyone, so that will be kind of hard, so don't hold me to that. But you know, I definitely want it to be not like relationship focused on my page, for sure. Just because like I said, you never know what people's intentions are, or like you don't want to like cling to someone, and that's what I've always done, whether it's a business or a friend, on my social media. So now I'm trying to just kind of keep it focused on myself. If people want to unfollow, that's fine.
I think that's really smart because you do need to know like who's there for you and who's not. And even I love your approach of being like, if you come through the DMs, it's a no-go for me because like you said, people will just naturally like see your page, especially a guy, and like want, even girls too, but like want to jump on the bandwagon or want to like be opportunistic and like see a way into something or try to
stand
whatever.
a bandwagon.
No.
And if you weren't on the wagon when I was down,
we always say this.
If you weren't on the wagon when I was doing my videos, or like when you first start,
don't jump on now.
The first video when you don't have as many views or as many likes, like at first they think you're cringe, and then now when you have the views, and I can talk about us because our podcast, we were recently featured on NBC.
Oh my god,
which is really cute. It's really cool for Women's History Month. And now all of a sudden everyone wants to join Baddie Besties.
Everybody.
I mean,
we were already getting like pitches and everything in the DMs, but like everything just went up.
Now it's exponentially.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that for you guys though.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you. It's hard, or we don't talk about this enough because we're besties just dream chasing, and you know, we're trying to be like you, Gabby.
Yeah, you love it, and that's all you need is passion and work.
We be working and we passionate, right?
When I went to your panel and they said you got to post 6 to 7 times a day on 6 platforms, and I was like, dang, we're not doing enough.
Samira texted me while she was in that chair, wherever she was at.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh,
we need to get to work.
That's how all of us got to where we are. Like I said, the shoe company 6 times a day. I'm not joking. It's not easy. You got to pick your hard, though.
You got to pick your hard.
Your hard is either not making it or working extra.
Yeah.
And then making it. And then you get to work less.
We're in corporate 9 to 5 and we're trying to run out of that.
Oh, nice.
So
okay,
it's not nice.
Well, no, but I mean, that's another misconception, bringing it back. I used to work 80-hour work weeks. I think I worked 28 straight days.
Wow.
During Christmas season as a store manager. And I did like close to $1 million in sales. Like that month, I think it was insane.
Wow.
Like it was probably like $500,000 actually.
You see, y'all, if anyone think Gabby has it easy, she don't have it easy. She built this from the bottom up, period.
Yeah. So we're going to switch gears here really quick to our next segment, viral at a young age, but we want to get into the mental health side of things because, you know, I always say this, you can't be anything to anybody else unless you are good inside mentally. So just going into, we know fame has its perks and having social media presence has its perks, but there's also its pressures, right? So really, when did you first maybe experience like the overwhelming side? Like when it just became too much?
I don't think it's ever too much.
Oh, I love that.
I'm so blessed. Like
I love that.
I mean, there's been times sure where I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
A really big thing was when my ex from my public relationship and I went viral. We had a lot of people trying to like catch us together. That was a lot because it was genuine. Like
So you got the paparazzi.
Oh yeah. No, actually, it was crazy. Because to me, like I said, I wasn't looking for views. I was literally just like, oh, this could be cute and fun.
Yeah.
And I really liked him like right away. So I was just like trying to date a guy that I liked, and people were like, are they there? Where are they? Oh my God, a video, a photo, whatever. And like I said, like we chose to press post. But I think that's why I say it's never too much, because I'm choosing to press post every day. Like I live for this.
But you still have feelings.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think the times when it gets to be
like the hate comments, maybe, or the
is the like,
how do you handle that?
I think I'm a very experiential learner, and I've gone through a lot of experiences now where if I do something that's actually like wrong, then like I'll say, oh, hey, like you guys are right. Thank you for like calling me out on this. Some of you guys said it nicer. Some of you guys said it worse, but like whatever. But that hasn't really happened. I haven't like, I don't know, like killed a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like one thing is my hair. And my hair is my hair.
What do you mean your hair?
Yeah, what you mean?
I get my hair done.
Your hair is so cute. What's going on?
I just got it a little bit darker.
Love that.
But I was going very blonde, and I tried extensions, and like I just love switching up my hair because, like I said, I'm not a big makeup girl, so like my hair is kind of what will make me look good. And definitely when I started doing like red carpets and was on bigger platforms, especially ones that weren't my own, because I'm a businesswoman first. When I'm working with the company and I see hate comments or negativity on like a deal that I'm doing, that's worse for me, because I'm like, I don't want to have a bad image for the brand. I care more about that than myself. Like I said, I'm always putting people before me as an empath.
Get that straight, y'all. Yeah.
So I posted a video of me getting my hair done, and it was definitely very blonde, and it was very bleached, and there were so many hate comments, like
why
thousands, just because they were like, girl, you need to fire your hair guy. And mind you, it was me telling him to go blonder, and he did this too, and I think it looks great. It went darker, and he went from bleach blonde to this in one fell swoop.
Wow.
And thousands of people just like being so rude. And like it's a lot of like middle-aged women that are just like woman haters. There's so many of them out there still, and it really upsets me, because I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want that for my little sister. Like I don't have a daughter, but like when I have one, and like I went to Starbucks the next day, and the lady behind the register was like, "Your hair is so beautiful. Like, where do you get it done? Can you like give me the name of the salon?" And I literally started crying.
Aww.
I'm like tearing up thinking about it, because she like. It's crazy how like God works with stuff like that, because like it doesn't, I don't care what people are saying about my hair. It's my hair and it's my life and it's my everything, and I'm choosing to share it. So I understand that I'm putting it out there for people to hate on it, and it does really get to me. I'm tearing up talking about it because not the negativity, the positivity of people in real life. And I think that's how I get through it, is by showing up every day, smile on my face, being kind to people in person, and getting that back, because what you put out into the world is what you're going to get back. And people online have the screen to hide behind, and they will say anything and everything. And you also have to realize that there's so many fake accounts online too. Like people could be just sending bots my way to hate on me for all I know. So like I said, I think just staying present in real life and posting and ghosting. But it subconsciously gets to you, no matter how strong of an individual you are. Seeing those comments, positive or negative, they get to you. They can boost your confidence.
You're human. You're human. I just want to highlight we talk about Christ and we talk about God a lot, but that just showed like God's divine timing. Like he knew when you needed it. He knew you needed it. And it's just like the fact that you can always, like, even when you don't see him, he's working. And so it's like just having faith and just knowing God is with you. You almost have me tear up.
I know. Sometimes
it's so silly too. It's my hair, but like
no, it's not silly.
Testimony, I feel like, of
it's not silly. I know you said that, you know, you post and you kind of post knowing that negativity may come your way, you know, but like you didn't sign up for any of that. Obviously it's the duality. Like people are people. There's the whole scale from, you know, good to dark, good to dark to evil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think especially being young and having the level of maturity that you have and being able to have like the wherewithal to hold all of it, because when you have so much energy coming at you, whether it's good or it's bad, it's still a lot of energy to hold. And then when there's a post like that and 80% is negative, like that's even harder. You're swallowing a glass of, you know, eggs and it tastes awful and you don't want to swallow it, right? But like you got to keep pushing, you know? So I just want to applaud you, you know, just for pushing forward and continuing. Like you said, even to this day, you're posting, you're moving forward, you're traveling, you're giving free sweatshirts, you're wiping your tears, you're smiling, you're coming on Baddie Besties. You're doing your
thing. She's interviewing the founder of Poppy. She's doing it, you know? And I think like no matter what anybody has to say, I just, even just our presence with you guys, like with you, like you are a boss. You are like we can feel your energy, and I hope anybody listening to this, like I know you can't, like when you're listening to it, but when you watch it, like you could feel like you have such a genuine energy. So like just I know, God bless you. Like I just have to
I agree.
I know, like you're just gonna continue to get blessings your way because your heart is pure, and when you have that, like no matter what hate, what energy is coming your way, like you're gonna receive that good because you're giving it out to the world.
I think having faith in that is what keeps me so happy. Like I said, mental health is super important, but like the only time I've ever like experienced depression was when I lived in New York City in the wintertime.
We went to school in Boston. She lives in Boston. She's from Boston. I went to school in Boston. I had seasonal depression.
I've never experienced that in my life. I was like, depression? Is that even real?
But it's like,
there it is.
It's dark at like 4 p.m. So
and literally freezing, like as cold as cold gets. I'm so jealous. Samira's obviously both of you are over here in Florida, right? And I'm over here in cold Boston still to this day. It's still cold up there.
Join us.
You better come
I
join
know.
us.
I need to move.
Let's make this episode viral, and then you can move here with
TikTok. You can invite us to all these events. That's our goal. She hasn't been to one of the creator events. I need to bring her to one.
We're gonna do that.
We have to do that.
Love
so
that.
I'm signed
with
with
a group chat.
She needs to come. All right, let's move on to this next segment. We're about to wrap up soon, but we're gonna ask Gabby this quick question for all the aspiring creators, anyone that wants to start. So just bestie business 101 for all the aspiring creators. What advice do you have for them? What should they focus on in 2025? And for any girl that's watching this that maybe they are posting and getting 0 views and they're like, I feel discouraged, Gabby, what do I do?
Consistency is key. Like we said, post 6-7 times a day, just keep going. Being authentic is so important because people can see through that most of the time. Like you could be a great actor, actress, but if you become famous for something that you don't actually enjoy, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. I think like we were also talking about earlier, I was speaking with Amber Ven's Box. She's the founder of LTK, and she's one of the richest self-made women in America. And she was Forbes 30 under 30. She's beautiful. She has a massive family. She lives on a ranch. I literally aspire to be her. Like that's exactly what I want, is a massive family and living on a ranch in the middle of nowhere. She was saying how no one supports you until you're winning. And you know that you are not going to have people like happy for you until they see strangers happy for you online. And that's like, social media is so big now. It's like, I know there's obviously traditional media and everything, but just keep posting and keep being yourself. And also, if you want to like go viral and really get views, you do have to follow trends. You do have to do some things, but put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
Like you can start your own trend and do your own thing for sure, but it is hard for the algorithm to pick you up if you're not doing things that are popular already. So I think integrating that into your content, and like I said, don't read the comments. You're going to read them. Don't internalize them. Just in one eye out the other, I guess we could say. But just have a really strong circle. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Because if you are surrounding yourself with people, I was talking to my friend, won't name drop because it's bad. She's literally like love of my life. I'm obsessed with her. She is like my soulmate bestie, and she's at school, and
we had to look at each other.
Oh, that's so
like,
cute.
I know.
I know.
We were like,
I love it. Oh,
soulmate bestie.
This is bestie. So yeah, this is actually very on brand for this podcast. She's at school and she's like living in a house with some of her like colleagues, like maybe sorority people. I didn't do Greek life in college, sorry. And
we didn't either.
She is big online, and they're like, she told me that when she tells them, oh, I have to like take a photo shoot for this brand, or I have to take this content, or like, can you take a photo of me? They're like, why can't you just do it tomorrow? Like, we're going on the boat today. Like, come on the boat. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're not even like, what are you talking about? You can't go out tonight. Like, let's go here. Let's go there. And they don't respect what she's doing. And when I speak to her, like, she's always like, oh, it's so like, I'm so happy we caught up. Like, you make me feel so like normal. And you want to be around people who don't look at you like you're crazy when you say, I want to start a business. Like, I think the most bonding thing for me to some of my friends was, wait, you know what an LLC is and you have one? Oh my gosh, we're going to be best friends.
Yeah.
And I think it's just finding people that fit into your vision for your future is so important. Because then when you have them around you, that can go into your content and elevate your content, because also people are just dying to see human connection online. So like, if you can incorporate your friends and people like that into it as well, I think that's a big win.
Hey, we might need an audit from you, whatever feedback you have for us.
Right.
But I just wanted to say really quick, because being on the panel, you said something so important. You're like, one, like Gen Z attention span, or the attention span now would decrease from 3% to 1.3%, and
1.3 seconds.
1.3 seconds, excuse me. And then essentially, you're like, the hook needs to be so good that if your phone dies, that they go ahead and run and plug their phone in so they can go find your video. Again, So I think that was another great. I was like, I texted her that time too. I was like, girl, our hooks need to be good, because they only got 1.3 seconds to convince them. And
it was a study I found on Forbes. It was it's 1.3 seconds now. And it's funny, my friends over at Content HQ told me that like the hook needs to be so good that you would go and charge your phone to watch that video if your phone died after 1 second of that hook, because you do want to grab their attention initially. And there's so many ways to do that, which is what my company literally specializes in, because I've been doing it for so long, and that's why I have the formula down. So yeah, definitely a really good hook. Like diversifying your content, trying everything. You never know what's going to work, and just hit post. Like, post your content. You never know what's going to go viral. Like, literally never. So if it's something that you like, I think also just being confident in what you're doing. I post videos that do terrible numbers sometimes. I don't hide my likes. I don't delete them. I keep that up there because I posted it because I love it. It's my page. It is Gabby Gonz. I'm Gabby Gonz. Hi. I'm posting what I want to post. So if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to folloll me. I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm just posting my life on my page.
It's my stuff.
Once you have that confidence, people can tell. And they'll want to follow.
So we're going to wrap up real quick here. We're going to do a fast round, one answer. Okay. Spill the tea, Gabby. Go ahead. Start us off.
Gab. What's the most unexpected DM you've ever received?
Lil Wayne.
What did it say? That's a two.
Can you tell us?
Can you tell us or no?
Girl,
Oh my God, was he trying to slide into DMs?
He sent me a rose while I was in a relationship, and I didn't answer because I was in a relationship.
Very demure, very
mindful,
very respectful. Lil Wayne,
Yeah, wifey. She's a wife.
Yeah, because I know some men would be like, answer him, but I was like, no, I'm not answering him. Like, maybe he likes me. I don't know. And then I became single and I answered him.
Period.
Yeah, he sent me a rose. So
okay, shout out Lil Wayne, love him.
Yeah, I love his music.
Biggest red flag in a relationship.
Oh wow, so many just came to mind. Oh gosh, oh Lord, I know this is supposed to be fast.
It's okay.
Gaslighting. When they tell you. When you tell them you're doing something and why you're doing it, and they say, no, are you sure you're doing it because of that? Bye, next.
Yep.
Yeah.
First of all, don't make her feel crazy when she's not crazy.
Exactly.
Men love to make a girl feel crazy. We not crazy. We not.
We onto something.
It could be simple, too. It could be so simple.
No, they love to be like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm not. You're crazy.
Yeah.
all right, next question.
All right. Gabby, what is the best and worst part about being TikTok famous?
Best part is just being able to connect with so many people and like reach so many people and meet so many cool people. I feel like it's put me in rooms I could never imagine getting into. It's just like a great introduction because it's like a resume. So for the superficial things of like these events where you need to have a certain following, which is kind of dumb, but I get it. It's a marketing thing. Getting in there, like that's amazing because not everyone can do that. Worst part, nothing. I can't complain. I literally can't complain.
Okay.
All right. What is your dream brand collab?
Star Wars. Again, I've collabed with them. Like I said, Star Wars is just my favorite.
Star Wars, hit her up.
I'm
Honestly,
obsessed
they
with
just
them.
need to put you on a contract. Like
I want to be in a movie. Like, no, actually, that's my dream thing is acting, being in a movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So the fact that slow-mo video is going viral and everyone's like, "Is this from a movie?" I'm like, someone cast me, please.
You heard it here first.
Put her in a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe this is the answer to the next question, but if you weren't a creator, what would you be doing?
Orthopedic surgeon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Why?
I was originally in medical academy in my high school, so I got to like go in on a C-section. I was doing rounds in labor and delivery. I got a full ride scholarship to all the schools in Florida. I was on Bright Futures. I had a 33 ACT first time taking it, 4.9. Like I was a school girly, and I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon because as an athlete, I was always going to them and they were always so cool and chill and fun and transparent. And I was never scared when I had to go to an orthopedic surgeon. And I wanted to be able to help athletes like how they were helping me and just impact people positively. It was originally a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon was what I wanted to be. But then I was like, if a child dies on my table, I won't be able to live with myself.
Yeah, you'd be like heartbroken. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, me neither. So I started doing medical school stuff. And then once business took off and I started seeing the paychecks of that, I was like, oh, I could make as much as a doctor
and avoid those loans.
Yeah. So I still maybe would go back to med school one day, but yeah.
Like Kim K, you know, now she's just doing she's like, I could be a lawyer while I'm doing this. Exactly.
Hey.
Do everything, girl.
Do everything.
Yeah. I mean, Gabby, I just can't thank you enough for coming on today. I feel like the girlies need to watch this podcast.
Yes.
One, like, so maybe me and Liz can retire our jobs. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, no, please.
I'm tired.
No, but seriously, like your energy, like I'm gonna give you like a huge hug, but like you, like everything about you is just so genuine and so pure, and we really appreciate you coming today. But besties, you know, we may stir the pot.
It's gonna get hot,
but trust.
You just hit the jackpot. Okay.
Make sure to tune in, tap into all the socials, and make sure you check Gabs out. Okay, she's everything in a bag of chips.
Yeah, you know where to find us. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.